Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to uncover the secret science behind some everyday tools. Tools that pretty much give us superpowers. Yep, we're talking all about simple machines.
All right, let's kick things off with a little puzzle for you. What do a bottle opener, a slide at the playground, and a doorknob all have in common? I mean, think about it. They seem completely different, don't they?
Well, believe it or not, they're all secret superheroes. Yep, you heard me. Each one is actually a simple machine, a really basic tool that makes our lives way, way easier. Okay, so let's get into it. Before we meet our heroes, we've got to understand their mission. So what is a machine anyway? You know, a machine really just has one main job: to make our work easier. It's any tool that helps us get something done with less oomph or just a lot faster. Like, imagine trying to push a nail into a wall with just your thumb. Ouch, right? Now think about using a hammer. See? The hammer is the machine that makes it easy.
So what's the deal with calling them simple machines? Well, it's because they're the most basic kind you can get, usually with just one or a few moving parts. They're kind of like the Lego bricks for all the other complicated machines out there.
All right, it is time to assemble the team. There are count 'em, six core members in this super squad. And what's wild is that you've probably used every single one of them, maybe even today, without even thinking about it. So who are they? We've got the lever, the wheel and axle, the pulley, the inclined plane, the wedge, and the screw. That's the whole crew, the Super Six. And trust me, once you meet them, you're going to start seeing the world in a whole new way.
First up, let's meet the unofficial team captain. Probably one of the most common and powerful heroes of the bunch. Say hello to the amazing Lever.
So, have you ever played on a seesaw or used a pair of scissors? You know, they all share the same secret power source.
If you have, then you've used the power of the lever. It's basically any stiff bar that pivots or turns on a fixed point. And to really get how it works, you need to know about its three key parts.
First up, you've got the fulcrum. That's just the fancy word for the pivot point, the spot where the lever balances. On a seesaw, it's that middle part it sits on. It's the absolute key to the whole thing. Okay, next up is the load. And that's, well, it's just the object you're trying to move. It's the weight or the thing putting up a fight. So back on that seesaw, your friend's sitting on the other end? Yep, they're the load.
And last but not least, there's the effort. This is where you come in. It's your superpower, the push or the pull that you apply to get the job done. So when you push down on your side of the seesaw, that's you applying the effort.
Okay, now this is where it gets really cool. Our hero, the lever, isn't just one thing. It actually has three different super forms, or what scientists call classes. And it all just depends on where the fulcrum, the load, and the effort are in relation to each other.
So in a first-class lever, the fulcrum is smack dab in the middle. A seesaw is the perfect example. Easy enough, right? But in a second-class lever, it's the load that's in the middle. A bottle opener is a great example of this. The tip resting on the bottle cap, that's your fulcrum. The cap itself is the load you're lifting, and your hand pulling up on the end, that's the effort.
And that just leaves the third-class lever. You guessed it. This is where the effort is in the middle. Think about sweeping with a broom or casting a fishing rod. Get this. Your own arm is a third-class lever. Your elbow is the fulcrum. The thing you're holding is the load, and your bicep muscle provides the effort right in the middle. How cool is that?
Okay, the lever is awesome, for sure. But it can't save the world all by itself. It's time to meet the rest of the Super Six. Let's do a quick roll call. We've got the wheel and axle, that's our roller. Anytime you turn a doorknob, that's what you're using. Then there's the pulley, our powerful lifter. It uses a wheel and a rope to help you lift things, like when you see a flag going up a flagpole. Next up, the inclined plane, also known as the ramp. Super simple, any sloped surface, like a slide, that makes it easier to get things up high. Now, a close cousin to the ramp is the wedge, our splitter. Think of an axe or a knife. It's designed to push things apart. And last but not least, the screw. This is our fastener. It's really just an inclined plane wrapped around a pole, and it's amazing at holding things together, like the lid on a jar. So these heroes are all pretty powerful on their own. But what happens when they team up? Well, that's when things get really interesting. When you put two or more of these simple machines together to do one job, you get what's called a compound machine.
It's the ultimate superhero team-up for tackling the really big jobs.
And seriously, you see these things everywhere. A pair of scissors, that's just two levers working together. A wheelbarrow, that's a lever and a wheel and axle teaming up. And a huge construction crane, oh yeah, that's a massive team up of levers and pulleys all working in sync.
All right, so you've met the whole squad and you've seen what they can do. Let's do a quick mission recap, just to make sure you've got everyone's powers straight. Okay, so let's run through the Super 6 one more time. The lever is our balancer. The wheel and axle is our roller. The pulley is the lifter. The inclined plane is the ramp. The wedge is the splitter. And the screw is our fastener. These 6, they're the building blocks for practically every machine you can think of. It's pretty amazing.
So, I've got one last mission for you. As you go about your day, I want you to look around. Look in your room, at school, anywhere. Now that you know their secret identities, how many of these simple machine superheroes can you spot hiding in plain sight? I bet you'll be amazed at just how many you find.